I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. And I know I lost a lot of you already. Fucking weed. I don't smoke weed. Like, and it's not even my fault. Like, what it is, I'm that weird age where like the campaign slogans worked on me. Yeah. And like for me, it wasn't like the DARE program or anything like that. It was like them saying weed is a gateway drug. Like I just always feel like it is. Weed is a gateway drug, you know? And I don't think it's a gateway to doing other drugs though. I think it's a gateway to selling Herbalife, but I feel like that shit is way worse. It's way more dangerous when you think about it, right? It's affected way more of our communities. Some of you don't want to laugh if you sell Herbalife, but like if you smoke weed, you might ruin your life, but if you sell Herbalife, you will definitely ruin everybody in your family's life. There was a dude who used to try to sell me weed, and now he sells Herbalife. He texts me, and he's like, Chazz, what are your fitness goals for 2024? It's like, dude, you're the one that got us all fat. But I don't smoke weed, but being a comedian, like we come into it quite often. Like I remember one night I was doing a show, and this guy, he paid us some weed. It's funny to you, wasn't that funny to me? Because he didn't tell us he was gonna pay us some weed, he just, we didn't have like weird energy every time we talked to him. He had like the energy of like a side quest character in a video game. Because he would say words that normal people don't use, Like we'd be talking about getting paid, and he'd be like, perhaps. Perhaps, nigga. Nobody says perhaps. Like we write that shit down, but nobody actually says perhaps. And he was like one of those, nobody does that either. You don't do You ever figure shit out and you're like, aha! No, nobody does that. He was a character, man. He would roll his R's, but he wouldn't be saying Spanish words. It's like when we showed up, at the venue, he was like, greetings, and it's like, oh, damn. He doesn't have all the money. Like, any white dudes that sounds like he's at a Renaissance fair doesn't have all the money. Spend it on like lapels or weird guitars or some shit. But he did pay us some weed. He paid us some weed. He gave us each one whole weed. It's just like it sounds. It looked like he dug the shit up, and he handed it to us. And I don't smoke weed, so I just took it. I just tried to be cool in the moment. I took it. And then I had to go home and Google, how do you break down one weed into smaller weed, Because I was thinking you just need zigzags and a lighter. But turns out, no. That's not what it is. Google says you need a grinder. Some of you are smart. So then I Googled, what is a grinder? And I was like, I gotta try to have sex with dudes just to get the weed broken down? This is what everybody's doing to get their weed broken down? Yo, this is the gateway that we're talking about this whole time? My wife's not gonna be cool about that. She's cool about a lot of shit. She's not gonna be cool about that. What if you did it and then the weed wasn't even good? And it's like, but